Your roster against the league for the Stanley Cup, I don't think you got much of a chance. So Swayman's giving you...
Yeah, sorry, I was listening to a little Boston sports radio on my way to my base for drill this weekend. Go ahead, sir. Thank you! Thank you! The camera doesn't fall as I'm trying to leave though. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another one. I am your host, James Murphy, and thank you so much for joining me for this YouTube exclusive. We are in my truck on my way to the Springfield area for drill this weekend. I wanted to make this video because I got some questions that I'm being asked, and I kind of want to address them here, just to make a video out of it and just to kind of do something different, you know? So let me just pull up the questions because I have them saved all on my phone. So I just kind of compiled a lot of the most common ones that I'm seeing, and I figured I would just, like I said, make a video out of it. So the first one is kind of simple, but how did you get into podcasting? So I don't really know exactly how I got into podcasting. It kind of just happened. I know that and I'll get into this a little bit later, but you know, I wanted to open up a sports card shop, and I didn't want it to just be a shop. I wanted it to be a lot more than just that. And I also love creating videos, whether it's, you know, movies or just simple YouTube content. And I figured that I could do relatively the same thing with a podcast. You know, I could have a studio at the shop, and I could have an episode drop once or twice a week, and I could just kind of go off with it, talk about the shop, cards, have different segments and such like that. And I was like, well, I have a little bit of time before I go to basic, and I have a lot of time before I even get the physical shop itself, so let me start it up now. So I started the podcast back in January, which you all know of, and it's been kind of going ever since, and that's how I got into podcasting. Question number 2. What's your plan with your card shop that you keep mentioning? Well, I kind of alluded to this when I was answering the first question, but my plan with the shop, let me get a little AC on, a little toasty in here. My plan with the shop is to, like I said, for it to be a card shop, but I don't want it to just be a sports card shop. I want it to be a sports memorabilia store. I want it to be a trading card store, specifically for Yu-Gi-Oh! To start, because I don't really know much about Pokemon and Magic. That could be something later down the line, but like I said, sports cards, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sports memorabilia. You go there and you pick up, like, you know, some autographs, or you can enter into some like raffles and box breaks. The podcast, having a YouTube channel, all kind of associated and under the umbrella of the card shop, is my ultimate goal with it. And I'm getting married to Kim, the channel and the podcast favorite, in September. So hopefully the card shop can be up and running, hopefully in October. You know, maybe mid to late October. So that is kind of the plan with the card shop that I keep mentioning about. I love this question right here, and I honestly have no idea how to answer this. Who had a bigger impact in Boston? Tom Brady or David Ortiz? Is there a wrong answer here? No. Is there a right answer here? No. I don't know who to pick. Because if I go Brady, brought 6 Super Bowls, we were competitive for 20 years, the GOAT, everything you could ask for in a quarterback. And if I go with Ortiz, you know, he kind of sparked the revolution of the Red Sox being like a dynamic team for, I don't know, let's see, 03 to when he retired, 16, so 13 years, winning 3 World Series with the Sox. I mean, he was one of, if not the best hitter for a good chunk of that time. He was an absolute feared hitter. When he had Manny behind him, you would either walk Ortiz to face and fear Manny, or you could walk Manny and face and fear Ortiz. There was just no right way to approach that. He just he hit the ball 1,000 miles when he connected, and he was just an awesome personality, not only in the dugout, but in person as well. My mother had the pleasure to meet him when I was back in Springfield for undergrad. I didn't get to meet him, unfortunately. Oh, camera, don't fall. But it's so hard to pick. You know, do you like baseball or do you like football more? Because whatever sport you like more, you're probably going to go with that player, meaning Brady or Ortiz. I honestly can't give you one, and I feel I am like almost all in the shadow right here. I honestly can't give you one. That's way too hard. Did you always want to become a content creator? I didn't really want to be a content creator until like my sophomore year of college. It actually had nothing to do with sports at all. I originally started a YouTube channel my sophomore year of college about sneakers. Now, like a couple months ago, I think it was now, maybe a month ago, I don't even remember when it was, I made a video of me unboxing a pair of Air Jordan 1s, and I kind of referenced that I had a YouTube channel, like a sneaker channel, in that video there. Other than that, that's the only time that I really wanted to be a content creator, or that was the first time I wanted to be a content creator, until relatively recently. I mean, like I said, I've loved making videos, I love making movies, but I never had a purpose or like a big enough passion to do so until the podcast and my ideation of having a card shop came to be. Favorite player of all time? Very open-ended question, to be honest. I could give you my personal favorite player for each of the 4 Boston teams, which I guess maybe I'll do that. It's just tough. Okay, so football, that's easy, Brady. Baseball, Ortiz. Hockey, Patrice Bergeron or Zdeno Chara. That's a really hard one. I love Patrice Bergeron. I love Zdeno Chara. You know, I wish he was still on the team, but in terms of the Bruins, it was the right move to let him go. Then the Celtics, you guys might laugh at this, but Rajon Rondo. I'm not even kidding. I mean, Rondo was like the perfect glue for the big 3 back when the Celtics had Ray Allen, KG, and Paul Pierce. He was not selfish, scoring the ball, but he was just a machine, rebounding, assisting. He could pop off when you need him to, and I just loved his play style, how he was like, you know, pass first point guard, had some flashy moves and flashy passes. I really tried to emulate my game after all 4 of those players when I was, you know, learning basketball, different moves, and, you know, trying to grow my play style. But at the end of the day, I think my persona on the court revolved around Rondo. So those are my favorite players for each of the 4 sports teams. This one's from my friend John. When we playing Warzone? Well, I don't know when this video is going to be out, but it's going to be soon, and it's not going to be until after drill. So sorry, John. When will Kim be in the next video? We do have a couple plans for a few videos soon, like very, very soon. The weather's nice. We want to be outside trying to film a few things. She loves being in the videos. As you saw the Boston trip and the Red Sox game vlogs, I mean, she was super active in the videos, and she just really embraced being on camera, which I kind of was afraid that she wouldn't be, but she's super cool with it. She loves being a part of these videos, so definitely expect more of Kim very soon. If you could play one sport professionally, what would it be and why? This one's a hard one. It really is, because all 4 sports kind of have their own style, right, or their own lifestyle. Basketball and hockey are very similar because they both play 82 games. You play back-to-backs, not often, but, you know, every once in a while. And the season's like, you know, 5-6 months long, or whatever it may be. But like I said, those 82 games are really stretched out. Football is 16, well, I guess now it's going to be 17 games with the league passing that 17th game rule. But it's one Sunday a week, very dangerous. If you're not good, then it's just like, ugh. That's why I kind of like baseball. I mean, as you know, as I mentioned on the podcast 1,000,001 times, baseball is, heart and soul to me. I love baseball so much. I always wanted to be a baseball player when I was younger. And if I had to pick one sport professionally to play, it would definitely be baseball. And for those asking, I would play first base. Madden or 2K? That's easy. That's a Madden. I love Madden. I actually tried to quit Madden for a year. Didn't really work out. And then I quit 2K for 3 years, actually, until I just started playing it because I was bored of Madden. But at the end of the day, I'm picking Madden. I love this question. Where can I get Murph's Boston Sports Talk gear? Actually, I don't have any gear available to the public right now because it's just kind of, still up and coming, and I haven't got a lot of interest. I've gotten some interest on it, which is so awesome and super humbling, but I just don't know if there's enough steam for me to kind of push it through just yet. I haven't fully meticulated the design that I truly love. I love the products that I have now, but I just don't know if other people will love those products. So later down the line, probably once the shop comes up, is kind of when I'll be pushing out the card shop and the podcast gear. Thoughts on the Red Sox so far this season? If you asked me this question after the first 3 games, I would say not good. But they swept the Rays and they won the first game of the Orioles at the time of recording this on Friday, April 9th, Friday, April 9th. So they're playing the Orioles tomorrow. I don't know. I have to wait and see. It's still early in the season. They're tied for first place in the standings, but the season is so young. So much can happen still. But I'm liking what I see more than not liking what I see. Does that make sense? That's all the questions I have. Thank you so much for everyone submitting questions. I greatly appreciate it. I definitely love this little Q&A session. Hopefully you enjoyed this too, and maybe your question was answered. If not, I apologize. I'll definitely try to get to it in the next Q&A segment that I have. But thank you so much for joining me. If you liked today's video, please smash that thumbs up button and let me know. It lets me know that you enjoyed this video. And if you're new or haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please consider doing so you don't miss out on any bangers, any heaters of a video. But until next time, guys, as you know, as you love, I will see you in the next one. Love you guys, but see ya.